Hi, I'm Emma and I'm going to show you how you can export your product models from Mobius. That's very good to know because of course you can model all your products in Mobius and do it manually, but you can also use the export and import functionality to, for example, bulk import products or change products or compare them. There's a lot possible. Let's first explore how we can export things and what the file looks like. So here we have this product inventory, we have a lot of items in it, and this is all part of this product. If you want to export this, then we can either click on the tools button here and click on export structure, or we can click on download inventory here and click on structure. And if we click on that, a CSV file is downloaded and we can just click on export and save it somewhere. So let's open the file. I've already opened something as an example. In this file, we see a nice Excel file with all kinds of columns. So we're going to walk through them. But first off, if you're not getting this pretty Excel file with everything in different columns when you're opening the file, that is very normal. It really just depends on your system settings and your system operator. Later in this video, I'll explain a trick on how to translate the messy file that you might be getting to this file. So what's important to note is that first off, in Mobius we have seen that the structure is hierarchical, so items in the model contain other items, and this is also represented in this file. What we see here on the level 1 is the product line, so this is the name of the product, and everything else has a lower level number, so that means it's part of the product. So you see level 2, 3, 4, 5, so this is all in this product. And what's important to realize is that in Mobius, if you see, for example, here this level 2 and the next item has a lower level, in this case 3, then that means that this item is part of this level 2. This is how you can see the structure that you also see in Mobius in this Excel file, and this is how you can read it. And here, for example, you see that this electricity is again part of this recycled PE fabric, and because this is all level 3 and this is the first level 2, that means that this recycled PE fabric is part of this item. And so this is how you can read that export. Then for the next column, here you could have a description of your item. We didn't fill that out, but it's in the detail panel. Here the amount of the item that we're using. And here we have the unit that we measure it in, and whether something is a product or an object, so whether it's stored in the object or the product library that you see here. Then we have the dataset IDs and the dataset names for any item that has a dataset. And then here we can see what type it is, so if it's waste or normal. And then we see all of these columns that are pretty much empty except for a few places. So these are all for the properties. So every column represents one property, and if the property is filled out, here you see the amount. So if we scroll right, we see some more, and these are the properties that we have assigned to our items. That's what the Excel sheet looks like. In other resources and videos, we're going to explain to you how you can import them again and how you can use them to change products or create products and those kind of things. But first, let's go back to when you're not getting a pretty sheet and you just want to get this format. So what that usually would look like is something like this, but then maybe some things are scattered across columns and you can't translate it normally. So what you should do is open this file again. So you close it first, then you open a text file, which we see here. So this would be a text pad representation of this file. And we press Ctrl-Alt to select the whole thing, and then Ctrl-C to copy it. And then you paste the whole thing in the first column in an empty sheet. And I've already done that before here, so I'm not going to do it now. And what we can then do is use text to columns here to get the right format. So what's really important is that the semicolon is selected as the delimiter, because you can see every item is separated here with a semicolon. And then you already see that the data is formatted in a way better way, and we can just click next and then finish. So this is how you can translate the messy outcome of your export to a regular Excel sheet that you can work with. So in this tutorial, I taught you how to export your product inventory to Excel. You might want to do a lot of different things with this export, like modeling products or bulk importing or changing them. We'll explain how to do that in different resources and videos, and you can look those up. Good luck with making your own LCAs.